contrast?
He wanted it 3-2 measures from the rest of it.
Yeah, how did he want the 3-2 measures different? How do you know that?
Because he didn't subdivide it. It wasn't really angular. It was just a really like.
Did it feel different to you?
Oh yeah.
Did you play different?
Yeah.
Did you get what you wanted?
Yeah.
Sounded a lot different.
Yeah, it sounded a lot different than other people, yeah. So that was interesting, that was good. What else?
The rest of it was very
Pointed. How do you, why did you feel that way?
His beats were very strict and had a quick rebound.
Okay, yeah, Mara.
You wanted more intensity first year with together.
Yeah.
You do it too.
Yeah.
Are you an oboe player in a past life?
Secretly.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on.
I think just sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but because I'm just watching. But sometimes it almost is like distracting your hand sitting here because it looks like you're like playing with your buttons and like.
Oh.
I just
trying
Yeah.
to
maybe
get out
it
of
would
the
be
way.
better if you're
Yeah.
on this side. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I wonder why you start with both hands. Because you did this. And you dropped it like immediately. So I don't think they need the left hand to start. And then you used it one more time. You're nowhere. Yep, but then it's interesting, it goes back to what Ross said earlier about practicing page turns. Actually, what you were trying to do was broken by the fact that you were like, okay, here we go. Nope, sorry. I'm just kidding. You know. So you got their attention. They were like, oh, we're gonna, no, we're not. Right? And actually, the funny thing is, you didn't look down after you turned the page, so you didn't even need to turn the page. You do it. Okay, so do it again.
No page turn?
I'll
minimize.
If you do the page turn, it's got to be at the right time and in the right way. It's a lot of pressure. Oh, good page turn. Very good. Wasn't distracting. Yeah, Stephanie.
One thing is, I noticed that along with it, you didn't use your left hand for the crescendo at that time. If you do want to, maybe just memorize the next measure and turn it afterwards.
Right.
You can memorize a measure.
Yeah.
I really like the 3-2 measures. I don't know, because I think you're the first one that's done it that way, and I feel like we're really like watching you, and I feel like we're really together.
Well, and like, I don't know, not to be like, yeah, I don't know, I just kept seeing people doing it, and it's like, that's not the sound I want. This is supposed to be like.
Well, that's the whole point is you have to want a sound. And then you make the decision about how you're going to conduct it based on what sound you want. Christy.
You kind of said this, and you didn't do it this time because it's only when you start with both hands, but even just dropping it after the downbeat wasn't how far you got. You dropped it before the downbeat.
Huh.
So it was like, I'm going to start with 2 hands. No, I'm not.
I see.
It was
Yeah.
kind of like buy into it.
Annie.
And I think looking at the score, not saying that you didn't, but I could see that you were like mouthing the numbers to like remember the measures, like what measures were coming up. So I think looking at it more and studying it more will give you more security internally.
Ross.
I have just a question, maybe that you could talk a little bit about. So then, like, okay, so we have the subdivided beats, and then when we hit the 3-2, and then we want it to go, like, is there ever a time when that would be like a problem where like the ensemble would be like, you know, that you want to start and then like, you know, when you do it in orchestra, you kind of give us and then you kind of move into that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, would the ensemble ever lose the beat when you stop subdividing?
I mean, you guys followed me pretty well.
Yep.
I was going to say that was one thing that I noticed. I almost got lost a little bit when you started.
Okay.
It was just because I was just like, this is very sudden.
I thought it was like the second 3-2 on the third beat. It would be useful to subdivide that so that we know the quarter note is going to happen in 6/4 because it's 3,
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay.
So just that.
Yeah.
Subdivided beat early.
So like going into it and then going out of it.
Yeah.
And this is small, but like, is there ever like a larger time when that would be something we'd have to like sort of make a transition into a different
Wouldn't
time?
it just be however the ensemble follows you and
Yeah.
what it sounds like?
Well, it's just very, the reason I work with David is because his baton speed was clear. Sometimes if your baton speed changes, then ensemble will follow that. I have to think about how we can talk about that. It's a good question. It's sort of an advanced question, but it's good that we can talk about it. But let me think about that on my drive to Sauk Rapids, which I'm doing right now. So, Marit, you go first, and you get extra time on Wednesday. The whole thing. Yeah.
Thank you all, by the way.
We're all gonna go whole.